Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how you replace the strut on this BMW 5 Series. So, let's get to it. Today I'm working on the front strut. If you want to see how the rear strut is done, click on the link on the top of this video or in the description. Alright, first things first, take out the tire. Next, using an 18mm sockets on one side and 21mm sockets on the other side, take off these bolts which attach the shock absorber to the lower control arm. As you can see here, I'm using a flathead screwdriver and hammer it from the other side so that the stubborn bolts will eventually fall out.
Using T40 torts.
So to make life a lot easier, here I'm using a T40 torch socket and an 18mm socket to loosen the lower sway bar length. If you're lucky enough, you can also use an impact gun without the torch bit. Sometimes that'll work too. Now here I'm using a 14mm socket and E14 socket to take this bolt out. If you don't have the E14 socket, you can also substitute that to a 14mm star wrench. Next, using a pry tool or regular flathead, one hand pry this gap right here, and using the other hand pounding on this knuckle to loosen the upper control arm ball joint. Here I'm using this bungee cord tied to this knuckle and hook it up to somewhere on the car's body, as you can see here. The reason why I tie this knuckle is because it will start to lean outward and stress all this electrical and brake line right here, and you don't want that to happen. Next, I'm using a 13mm socket to loosen the top 3 bolts connected to the shock absorber or struts. Now with a little bit of force and wiggle back and forth, loosening these top sway bar joints from the strut bracket so that you can take out the strut. And there it is. Now this is the critical part. Remember to mark on this top upper mount, also the spring, all the way down to the bottom spring pad along with the shocks, as you will need this to guide you later on when you put on the new shock absorbers in. Just kinda eyeball and mark a straight line all the way down. Now I'm just gonna mount this spring compressor to the spring to compress so that I can loosen the top bolts and take out the shock and bump speed dampers and replace with the new one. And there you go, it's ready to compress. Using a 22mm socket, compress it from these bolts right here. And there it is, the spring is compressed.
Using a 18mm socket and a T40 Torx bit.
And as you can see here, this shock absorber has seen better days. Sometimes it can make a squeaky noise if it's really bad. Now we're gonna take this bump stop and dust cover out and replace it with the new one. Here you can tell this bump stop damper is in a really bad shape.
Bump stop.
Now I'm gonna replace this lower spring pad with the new one, making sure that they are similar in every shape and form. Then mark this line to the new one.
Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one right there. Same thing with the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right there.
Now putting back the spring, just making sure that the spring lined up to the new shock absorber mark. Carefully putting the bump stop and dust cover in. I'm doing the same thing here. I'm gonna replace this upper spring pad with the new one. What I'm doing here is matching the new upper spring pad and duplicate or mark the line from the old one. Now putting the top mount onto the spring, but making sure it lined up with the mark from the spring. Now after everything's lined up, tighten up the top bolts, then release the spring compressor. Now it's time to place it back on. You can do this by yourself, or if you have someone available to help placing the bolts while you held onto the struts. As you can see here, I held onto the struts while someone is placing the 3 bolts on the top mount. Next, I'm just bringing back the sway bar linked and secure with the nut. Now I'm releasing the bungee cord from the car's body tied to this knuckle. This next step, I'm using a jack on the bottom of the rotor to stop the knuckle and the control arms from swivel down when I hit on the top control arm. Next, taking out the jack from anchoring the rotor. Wiggle these parts back and forth so that the strut holes line up to the lower control arm. That way you can slide this bolt through the holes here. Now tying up these top sway bar joints to the strut bracket using a 14mm socket. Now do the same to the bottom. Now tying up this bolt using a 14mm socket and E14 socket. If you don't have the E14 socket, I realize that you can also use a 12-point wrench to hold onto the E bolt. So from here on, I'm just going to go around and torque all the nuts and bolts to specs. So this wishbone right here is going to be torqued to 41 foot-pound. Go to bottom one. This is from this shocks. Now you want to go over and double check to see if there's any loose nuts, bolts, electrical wires, or brake line. Everything's tightened up. Alright, looks good. After you check everything looks fine, then you're ready to put back your tire, then you're done. Alright guys, as much as I enjoy making these videos, I hope this video has helped you replace your bumpy ride. And if it has helped you, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, if you want to see how I replace the rear struts, click on this next video right here.